Alright, we gotta replace this platform. So, gotta take the trim off and just cutting it off with the razor. Okay, so I was right. This piece is this. I have it opened up now so you can see the inside. It has this bottom piece here, which what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to cut this one out. And right, so this is definitely making sense why it failed the way it did. I mean, it started failing in here. As you can see the cracking. Someone screwed it from the top. But the issue was water backs up behind here into the trim. And then once it starts rotting, it goes down the face. It started rotting out the sheathing right on top of this lip right here. And this board is this inside board. So when you get water on top of it, it literally goes that way to the inside. It's totally separated. So it makes sense why it's all damaged like that. Today, the platform comes out. Removing this is super difficult. This board is screwed from the bottom. It's only like 2.5 inches there. Got it up. That was difficult because it was stuck because the screws were in there. Now to remake 2 of these. The last one was just 1/2 inch and it butted up against here and there was a gap. So all the cold air basically came into the wall cavity. Yeah, you can see all the screws I wasn't able to get to. And that's why we're changing this piece. Yeah, the damage was pretty bad. All the way to the inside, underneath the paint. That's why it was fixed. Bottom of this window is just 2 pieces of wood. 0 insulation. I'm gonna show you this perfect example of why you use the primer to seal the knots. Because I primed this twice, and as you can see the knots bleed through. When I paint it, it'll still bleed through. If you see over here, I primed it first, just spot primed it. So I just did spots and covered all the knots. And as you can see, even with just one, well, I mean, it's 2 coats because I spot primed it, then primed it, but 2 coats of regular primer won't even cover the knots. But 1 coat bin primer, 1 coat regular primer, and the knots do not show through. So here's what we got for this huge gap here. Huge gap. Goes outside. Nice. There we go. Beautiful. Got polyurethane, my favorite. Got it nailed in. It's 5 inches. So this roofing basically was just shoved up here. You obviously can't nail it, so if they ever need to replace it, they just gotta shove it underneath this metal. Because you're not gonna take this out ever. This is for the life of the window. Because obviously the only way to get to it is through the bottom of the window. So this is how we're going to insulate the bottom. This is the bottom. It's the bottom side. That's why it's painted the house color. But to show you, I got this 1/2 inch insulation. So we'll put that there. And then this piece go on top. So it will be 3 layers. And in the center we'll have insulation. And that's all the room we have. Because very limited room. Alright, so here's what I'm doing. This is the bottom. Since I can't really screw from the bottom and I want this attached, and I don't want all the screws from the top, I want to screw from the bottom. Drill and countersink. I always drill and countersink almost everything, as you can see. Then I got my decking screws here. No, these are for fence, my fence screws. As you can see, as they're countersunk, they're almost all the way through the material. So these are perfect. I will seal all the heads. I will come and seal them, and then I will paint it again. Got our new bottom built. 2 3/4 inch sheets of CDX exterior plywood. Got foam in there for insulation. 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of exterior paint. There you have it. Don't over tighten, because obviously you're just into that bottom material. Flashing everywhere.